What's up, guys? So episode 6 dropped, What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark, and it was a pretty good episode, better than episode 5 for sure, but nothing has surpassed episode 4 because that shit was like damn near a Pixar movie. But nonetheless, this episode was quite emotional as well, since the king returned once more, Chadwick Boseman to voice T'Challa, Black Panther, and a lot of respect was put on his name. Lots of very beautiful lines were said. There are some issues, and we'll delve into all of that right now rather quickly, because this episode was actually pretty easy for me to summarize. In fact, I'll end up summarizing it in one sentence, okay? But before I do that, make sure to support your boy by hitting the sub button, turning on your notifications so YouTube can take the cloak of invisibility it likes to put on all my videos off. Leave a thumbs up, follow my social medias, retweet and share if you think I did a good job. The goal by the end of this year is 300 subs, guys. I'm trying to hit that mark. I think we're about less than 15 subs away from that. So if we can hit that early, that shit would be tight, and I would appreciate the hell out of all of you for that, and as much as I already do. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. So now's the time I summarize this whole damn episode in one sentence. Killmonger finessing his way to the throne 10 years earlier. That's it. That's the episode in a nutshell, guys. And when I say finesse, this man finesses the shit out of some of the smartest minds and organizations in the world, which I thought the episode did really well at showing how much of a strategic genius Killmonger was. Like, he already was a badass villain in live action, but this episode really showed you just the depth of how calculating and truly diabolical he could be given the opportunity. He ends up not just saving Tony Stark from the missile that would send deadly shrapnel into his chest, racing towards his heart, but infiltrated an arm of the Ten Rings and also put Obadiah Stane on blast for his plans to capture Tony, as we saw in Iron Man 1. So this not only means no Iron Man ever in this universe, but also no Ironmonger. Killmonger is the only monger in this universe, which this move doubly puts Killmonger in the good graces of Tony Stark, which he then puts him in Obadiah's old position as COO, and Killmonger uses this to get Tony to make his unmanned drones, which are basically like mini Gundams, where it's confirmed Killmonger loves anime, and that's coming all from Michael B. Jordan. That's why he has that Vegeta Saiyan armor looking suit. Thanks to Michael B. Jordan for being a goddamn Chad, immaculate mofo. We're taking anime to the moon, boys, okay? It is what it is. But the Gundam, in very Hammer Tech fashion, doesn't work. And this is also another way to put respect on Killmonger's name, because he developed this while going for his doctoral at MIT. So that's a bunch of genius level, smart level shit that they just dumped on us, basically saying this motherfucker is really smart. And the whole episode pretty much proves it. Basically, they need a stronger power source, ergo vibranium, which they send Rhodey to meet up with the purveyor of black market vibranium, Ulysses Claw. And it goes south very fast when the OG himself, T'Challa, Black Panther, comes and picks everyone apart except Rhodey, which was such a great sequence to see back in action, the king, and so early too. Like, I'm still confused how T'Challa had to continue to compete for the title of Black Panther in 2018, because this takes place in 2008 and he was still BP then. Like, it's just so weird. Like, 10 years he's been BP and he still has to compete for it. Like, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of weird, to be honest. Seriously, if one of y'all has the answer for that, please comment it. I hope it's more than just he has to always keep on competing for it, which I actually, now that I think about it, I think that is the case, to be honest. But it was just amazing to see that beautiful Civil War suit again. Still, it's my favorite of all the suits, but unfortunately it's short-lived, as Killmonger uses that bigger version of that weapon Obadiah uses on Tony in Iron Man 1 to kill T'Challa. He ends up swiping T'Challa's glove and uses it to kill Rhodey, where he challenges Rhodey on working for his oppressors and dying for them, where Rhodey challenges him in his final hours, saying you gotta be a part of the system to change it, whereas Killmonger would rather just burn it down. But I like Rhodey's approach. Truly, it's like a less malicious kind of infiltration. Legit, to change something, you kind of really need to do it from the inside out. But Tony finds out and uses one of the drones to attempt to get justice for his best friend. But of course, Killmonger is an absolute beast and takes the drone down with ease pretty much, and ends up killing Tony. So the whole episode title is kind of bullshit, to be honest. Like, if we're just being real, the missile probably rescued Tony more than Killmonger ever did in this episode. That is a fact, okay? I just stated a fact. But this cascades into the military being able to use Stark Industries to mass produce these drones to fight Wakanda, because Wakanda is basically to blame because Killmonger used that spear to kill Tony. And this is when Killmonger finesses Claw like in the movie and kills him and brings him to Wakanda to earn their trust and warns them about the upcoming war with the drones. All of them are grieving the loss of T'Challa, and he gains the favor of T'Chaka, and on his his say, commands the Wakandan army and basically stages this whole war to gain the favor and trust of Wakandans after they end up winning, of course, which he then ultimately finesses into getting the heart-shaped herb to serve Wakanda and become the Black Panther. And he visits T'Challa in the astral plane and they exchange some very powerful words, basically because of what Killmonger did and how he did it. He will soon get what's coming to him. And the episode ends with Shuri coming to Pepper Potts with evidence of Killmonger's evilness and guiltiness for killing her brother and doing all his very Mac-like deeds. You know, I want to be on both sides so I never lose, just like Mac, honestly, but you know, way smarter. And it ultimately ends with Jeremy Wright's Watcher saying beautifully, heroes are never really gone, they live forever, as do the ones they inspire to carry on the fight. That's just damn beautiful, okay? Especially being said by Jeremy Wright's voice. And it just hits so damn hard because of Chadwick Boseman's passing. So although this episode was pretty damn entertaining, the ending, I believe, really hurt it. It was abrupt and left the episode kind of open-ended and kind of unanswered, which really makes me think that these episodes should be longer, or it is possible that they're doing this for a reason so that lots of these characters will end up getting their proper ending or conclusions once this season ends in the season finale, or maybe even possibly in the next season, which I don't know how I feel about that, because we know everyone is meeting up later down the line, even Killmonger, so I'm hoping we get some kind of good closure for most of these hero stories. Otherwise, this episode is probably my third favorite episode behind episode 3 and 4 being my favorite. This episode really made me eager to see a Killmonger redemption arc in live action. That would be tight. If they don't end up recasting T'Challa, I'd love to see Michael B. Jordan return in some way via the multiverse, because I mean, I would just like to see more Michael B. Jordan kicking ass in live action. This episode also had really exceptional animation, like the war scene was vibrant and dynamic as hell. Also, Ramonda starting the chant for T'Challa with tears in her eyes was just, it was absolutely everything. Like, it just hit so hard. Like, guys, come on. Like, I loved seeing Black Panther and T'Challa, but to see him go again, it was hard, okay? Like, I almost hate that we had to see him do that again. Like, I'm still not ready for any of that. It's too much, honestly. But otherwise, I enjoyed myself. We only have 3 more episodes left: Tony and Sakaar, or Tony versus Gamora, Party Thor, and Infinity Ultron. So I'm hoping they do us a solid and make the last episode 45 minutes Infinity Ultron, but I can only hope, right? And I doubt they'd even do that. Maybe they're just gonna fucking say, hey, this is enough time, bitches, just fucking deal with it. But the cards are all on the table now, so let me know which episode you think is next, your thoughts on this episode, whether you liked it or not, and where you'd rank it amongst the other episodes as well. If I missed anything, please let me know. That is it. If you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Hope you all are well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next